Good afternoon and thanks for joining us right here on Midday Kentucky. I love looking at those pictures behind us because it means it's almost winter.
Do you do that just to torture me?
No, I love it. Hey, I have to say to you, you know what is a beautiful drive? Which going, well, I don't know which highway I'm on, but I'm going towards Dollywood. What's that highway?
I don't know.
Can someone tell me my
ear?
Is
that to Tennessee?
Where is Dollywood? Tennessee,
It is in Tennessee.
Yeah.
It's in Gatlinburg, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a beautiful drive.
With the colors?
Just now.
Right now, is
yep.
it?
Well, probably maybe in another 2 weeks.
Okay, I've been looking for that.
It's really pretty. I love it. I love it.
Okay, good
It's
to
like
know.
God's come out of the sky. And I-75 South, thank you, Miss Producer. Feels like God came out of the sky and just touched all the trees.
Ooh, look at
It's
you
just
getting
beautiful.
all spiritual
No, it's just
today
beautiful.
on a Wednesday.
It's beautiful. Alrighty, everyone. Last night was the premiere night of Dancing with the Stars, where the celebrities had to dance a second time round. One couple did go home, and trust me, I don't care because I didn't like her very much.
No?
Yeah. Nikki Glaser. Let's take a look if we can put all that up. But I really like her partner, Gleb. She wasn't very good,
Well,
people.
do you just not like her, or is she a bad dancer?
No, I just didn't think she was good enough to be on the show.
Oh.
I like to be entertained on Dancing with the
Right,
Stars.
and she wasn't?
Yeah,
Well, then
Yeah.
the audience voted right.
yeah, they did. But, you know, she tried.
Yeah, I
All
mean,
right,
that takes a lot of
close
guts.
behind them was, okay, the actress Nancy McKinnon. I don't know who she is. Maybe someone at home can also write in and tell us.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
probably...
Facts of Life, my producers just told me.
People know who she is.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, she was saved.
Okay.
Okay, but...
What do you think about those costumes?
Well, it's Dancing with the Stars.
No, I
Nothing
know, but
surprises me there.
is it a little Big Birdie?
Oh, I didn't think of that.
It's just, I mean, I love yellow, but
Yeah.
no critique.
It's not the most
just noting.
flattering for the figure
noting.
colour. But everyone, I want to say, do you know how excited I am? The big announcement last night on Dancing with the Stars. Take a listen.
Dancing with the Stars is about to get even smaller.
How are you?
Good.
12 of today's pocket-sized celebrities
My agent says, you want to be on Dancing with the Stars? No. I'll go, yeah.
will be paired with a junior pro dancer.
Kids are way better than adults.
The junior couple will be mentored by one of your favorite Dancing with the Stars pros.
Have you ever held hands with a girl before? Besides your sister?
Now, let's meet the cast of Dancing with the Stars.
Okay, I just have to say, the cast seem more famous, the cast
Than
of
the adults?
than the adults in the adult season.
Well, it's also their first one, so they have a bigger pick, I guess. I mean, the Dancing with the Stars
yeah.
is getting down. But I can't believe it's taken this long for them to do that.
Hold on. That's not a good excuse, Boo. Well, for the adults, that there's not enough people. There are so many famous people in America.
But that will do it, that
Oh,
are
yeah,
willing
I'm
to.
sure there are.
You know what? I was looking at some of the cast members, and at first I was like, why are they
You
all
mean the
reality?
oldies or the
no, for the
youngies?
the
Yeah.
youngies. And of the first few were reality stars, and I was like, no. Again, it's not a thing. But then
Yeah.
they started getting some actors. and
Yeah,
some-
they're really good.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it starts on October 7 at 8 p.m. You have to watch it because I'm telling you, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's gonna be
the,
fun.
the attitude that they had last night. The only disappointment, look, I have to, and I'm going to be honest about this. When I first moved to America, someone called me Honey Boo Boo, and I didn't know who that was. Okay, I had no concept. All right.
What was the context
I
of
can't
this?
remember. I was on the slopes or something.
Or when you were doing your pageants?
No, I don't know what it was. And I don't know why they called me that, but then I Googled her and
Yeah.
anyway, so she's going to be on this show.
So you have a
Okay.
bad feeling about it?
Well, I don't think she should be on the show. I think she's had her day.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
she had the Honey Boo Boo show, then they've got, you know, Mama June slims down, hot to not, or
But
not
can't
to
you
hot.
say that about every reality star?
No, Honey Boo Boo shouldn't be on there.
Not the housewives.
Yeah, no.
I won't go there.
And you'll understand. I just think it just didn't work.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, all right, let's move on to our next story. Tell us what you think, everyone. All righty, Bill Cosby, okay, everyone, woke up behind bars today. The disgraced comedian is sentenced to 3 to 10 years for sexual assault. He was designated a sexual violent predator. Listen to this report from ABC, and then we're going to have a chat.
Did you ever think that this day was going to come? I've dreamt of this day for 32 years.
and I turned 50. It's the best birthday present ever.
An emotional end to what's been a very long road for the women who've come to be known as the Cosby accusers.
You are a sinful and disgusting human being, and until your death, you deserve every bit of suffering that jail time and prison might bring to you.
Mr. Cosby, any comments, sir?
The comedian, once known as America's Dad, Bill Cosby, taken into custody today after being sentenced to 3 to 10 years in total confinement in either county jail or state prison. It's the conclusion to the jury's decision back in April that found him guilty of drugging and sexually assaulting former Temple University employee Andrea Constand in 2004. 81-year-old Cosby now classified as a sexually violent predator.
The fact that he was deemed a violent sexual predator here means not only is he going to have to be treated differently while in prison, but when he gets out, if he gets out, he's going to have to register wherever he lives for the rest of his life.
The Cosby accusations would help ignite the hashtag #MeToo movement. More than 60 women have accused the entertainer of sexual misconduct, dozens of them filling the cover of New York Magazine in 2015. Cosby has insisted any sexual encounters with Constand and other accusers were consensual. He plans to appeal his conviction. His publicist staunchly defending his client.
This has been the most racist and sexist trial in the history of the United States.
Even though Cosby was given the chance to have the final word in court prior to sentencing, he chose to remain silent. His accusers did not.
Okay, here's the thing about that. Like, I did Google and I found out that his sentence was appropriate, okay, to what the judge can legally do.
Right.
Okay? Because I thought when they said could be out after 3, I thought, gee, that seems really
Sure.
low. Do you know what I mean? I was thinking, can't the judge force the 10-year? No, he can't. You know what really got me about this? Okay, now we understand that only one of the accusers could come forward because of statute of limitation, but I couldn't stand the publicist coming out and saying this was the most racist and sexist case in the history of America. There have been so many racially charged and sexist cases here in America that
Sure.
outweigh this.
Absolutely.
I'm just trying to be very careful about the way I'm saying
yeah,
it.
it's a very sensitive
Do you know what I'm
thing.
saying?
Well, and he's a publicist, so he's paid to spin things in that manner, and this is a high-profile case, so what else is he
I
going
don't
to say?
think anyone disagrees that, I don't think anyone disagrees that Bill Cosby was guilty. Everyone seems to be on that same page now. Do you know what I mean? Like, of course,
that's a lot of accusers.
there are also a lot of people that are shocked. Okay, because The Cosby Show was one of the first all-black American TV shows that was wholesome, that did break down.
Color doesn't even matter in this case. It's
Well,
just he was the father figure, and people don't want to see their heroes in situations like this.
Yes, but I think what men and women are sad about was that was the first. And they're sad that
major.
what happened back then is now such a fall from grace. So I think they had Bill Cosby up here.
Oh, absolutely.
He has done some horrible things. He's now here. So it's not that they don't believe her. They're just in shock.
Right.
So I think that's the 50-50, not yes, we believe him, no, we don't. I think that's not the 50-50 question.
No, people don't want to believe that because it breaks apart everything that they believed in and all of the morals and values that they thought they were learning
From the
through
Cosby
his
Show, yeah.
When it's just a show and he's playing a character, it's so hard for people to disengage an actual actor or an actual figure in society from the character they play on TV or on stage or anywhere. And I think it's a disconnect in their brains that they don't want to accept that. And then they lash out at these women for ruining their reality.
Well, here's something else, is that there was another man just recently, okay? And the reason why I'm bringing this up, because I think it's such a crazy system, okay? There was a report about a man who stole $600 worth of cigarettes and was sentenced, listen to this, to 20 years in prison.
It's unreal.
I just don't get what I understand by law. Bill Cosby got the sentence that is by law.
Right.
but I can't understand why the judge can't say, you will be in there for 10 years, your case cannot be appealed, you are not getting out before that 10 years. But yet this man, he stole $2,600 worth of cigarettes and he gets 20 years. What is wrong with the system?
The legal system's so complex, and neither one of us have law degrees, and it's hard to go through each statutation and each law, and each state has different laws, and then you bring it to the Supreme Court. It's so intricate that sometimes it just doesn't seem fair.
It's crazy. Tell us what you think, everyone. Head over to Midday Kentucky's Facebook page. We've put it up there. Alrighty, a Ukrainian psychologist has a very unique way of helping his patients feel alive. Oh, Lord. He buries them alive in a coffin for 2 hours. And don't worry, there's a tube to help them breathe. He says this system works because he performed the treatment on himself. These practices surfaced after a villager found 12 empty coffins abandoned in the forest. Patients say they do feel like a new person when they emerge from their buried coffin. Okay, let it rip.
Well, can we just talk about his credentials? Well, I did it to myself, and I'm obviously fixed and perfect now, so let me do it to you. So yeah, he's an actual psychologist.
Okay.
But like, can you say it worked on you, and then that's your claim?
Well, look, here's the thing. I don't know.
Would you do this?
Absolutely not.
No, me neither. But you know what? It must be a new thing, because we'll talk about this in a minute. But I saw something this morning that one of the theme parks is offering a certain amount of money and like lifetime passes, or I could be wrong about that, for somebody who's willing to spend 30 hours in a coffin. And I don't know if it's buried or not. I didn't catch all of that, but I knew this story was coming up, and then I saw that, and I was like, what is this, like a new trend? It's like planking.
Look, I think he probably charges an absolute fortune for it. Who knows? Tell us, look, I can't even go on about it. Read the story on our Facebook page, people. Tell us what you think. Alrighty, if you're using a dating app, do you tend to look at a person's job before you swipe right? Well, apparently that's the reason why some people choose their dates on Tinder, which means there are some jobs that are considered sexier than others. And it also depends where you are in the world, all right? Now, we're going to take a look. Don't bring it up just yet. Okay, I didn't realize that you put your job or occupation on... Who's in here on Tinder?
Yeah,
anyone on Tinder? Okay, do you put your... One of our camera people, everyone. Do you put your job on Tinder? Okay,
no.
Is that an option, obviously?
All right, so it's an option. Choose to.
All right. I find that quite strange.
Well, do people lie about it?
Well, no one can hear it, though. Yes, she's
Yeah.
just nodding. Yeah. Okay, here's the funny thing. Number one, I have never swiped left or right. Well, mind you, I'm not on Tinder or other things. But I just think it's weird because I don't think I've ever asked anyone what their job is.
Do you want to, because what do you swipe and then you start talking, like
All right.
typing?
US women, all right, registered nurse, dentist, and photographer.
This is what guys want.
This is what guys want. For women, they look for in US men, interior designer.
That's crazy.
Pilot and physician's assistant.
I don't see interior designer.
Can I just ask you something, girls on the floor? Do you think male interior designers could be gay? They're like, it just sounds like that.
Well, is that your like dream guy? Like most people think like the firefighters or the police.
Yeah, well,
and
no.
They're like, no.
So UK women, business developers, managers, and dancers. That's what UK men like for their women.
Dancers, like do they like exotic
I don't know.
dancers?
Now, men, women in England like these for men: firefighter, teacher,
but still
and interior designer.
What are they like? I love the way he put those pillows.
Yeah, I like how he fluffed my pillows after he, kissed me on the couch.
Well, now you're taking it there. That might be why.
If I don't know people,
that color assortment, that blows my mind.
I get it. I get the firefighter and the teacher for that women like that in men.
Well, what about the women business development manager? That's very specific.
Well, no, I get that. And I get a dancer, cabin crew.
I get a nurse, for sure.
I think that's more fantasy, cabin crew and dancer.
Yeah.
But I just can't get past the interior
and
designer.
It's on both. Top 3
I know.
in both. I don't even know if I know that many men interior designers. Maybe they're a rare breed.
I do, but they're all gay.
Well, yeah,
Maybe the
Yeah.
women are just looking for a handbag instead of a lover.
Or they
I
want a
don't
leather
know.
couch.
Who knows? I'm a little bit confused, people. And I'm gay.
Let us know.
I don't know. I'm just kidding.